What's up? Hi, I'm Sam. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. I already know I'm gonna get so much hate for this video. Maybe not so much, who knows, but I'm gonna get some hate most definitely. Anytime I've done a video in this range, like anywhere near this topic, I get some hate. So I'm just kind of like putting on my armor, preparing for it now, but it has to be done. Today we are going to go around my home and finally collect all of the plants that are dead. Yes, they're dead. And then we're going to come back and I'm going to introduce them to you guys and we're going to say goodbye to them and they're going to go in here. That's what's happening. All right, so my thing is I have a really hard time throwing plants away once they have passed their expiration date, I would say. Anybody else relate? I feel like some of you definitely do. I mean, a lot of the times these plants do come back. I'm able to rehab them from nothing, but I have several that have been literally nothing, like just dead for probably pushing up on a year now. Some of them maybe. They're still in their pots, they're still in their little places. I still water them, I'm still treating them like the rest of their siblings. And I'm just completely casually ignoring the fact that they are goners. At this point, it's very apparent that they're not going to come back and it's just, it's over for them. They're obviously taking up shelf space. They're taking up places in my home where I could have other plants setting. They're also occupying pots that I could be using for other plants. So it feels like it's time. I wanted to bring you guys along with me. It is not an easy thing for me to do, to finally make that decision to throw them away. And we probably are going to see some that it's like y'all are going to be thinking throw it away, like that's a goner, but I'm probably going to be like, let's just give them a little longer, just a little bit longer. So I don't actually know how many plants or who all is going to be getting thrown away, but let's just get into it, I guess. Okay, you come at me, judge me. You can't hurt my feelings any more than these dead ass plants are currently hurting my feelings. You can try. We almost started filming before it got dark, but honestly, it's been pretty dark all day. It's been a really dark day today. So excited that spring is almost here. I know you guys gotta be with me. I don't know how good we're gonna be able to see. We're gonna be pulling it down though, but do you guys see this? No, this is heartbreaking to me. See this? I'm like, hey, I think I can take a cutting. I'm probably gonna. Oh, and we have peduncles. Oh my gosh. Those are definitely stress peduncles though. This is Hoya macrophylla. It's never done well for me. It's never been quite this bad. Let's pull him down. That's so sad. I know we can't see. Another Hoya we have. Oh, honey. I'm so freaking proud of you. Wow. We also have lots of new leaves, thriving leaves, including this one. Look at that one. Yes, so cute. Okay, we might take a cutting off a couple of these. Just a little cutting. What? Anybody else back there needs to go? This one is freaking upsetting. Very upsetting. Indeed. Also, look at my little $6.99 find from Ollie's. I've shopped at Ollie's for years, but I honestly had not been there in a while, and I decided to go the other day and see what they had, and I got this for $6.99, this little essential oil diffuser. I'm obsessed with it, but I got one more thing I want to show you too. Find number 2. This was also $6.99. And I am shocked by the quality and the size. Like, it's huge. You could fit so many tarts down in here. I love smell goods, tart burners, candles, diffusers, anything that smells good, looks pretty, and lights up is right up my alley. I'm going to be obsessed. So these in store are typically like between $15 and $30. Definitely for one like this. So this came with a bag of pink Himalayan salt rocks, little ones. And you just like pour it in around. And I just think it is so beautiful. I also love Himalayan salt lamps. So I have a couple of those. But isn't it so cute? The tart burner that I had stopped working. So I have all these yummy tarts to use up. Okay, let's move on into my kitchen dining room area because we got some stuff going on in there too. I know it's really bright in here. I'm going to ask that you look over any mess, dirt spilled, yellow leaves, what have you. Let's collect the dead ones. Today, we are the Grim Reaper, okay? The planty Grim Reaper. Oh, this is my Homalomena, the variegated Homalomena. It's like the pink variegated that arrived like with the worst case of cold damage I've ever seen in my entire life. I am seeing people talking about this plant and saying it's like a $60,000 plant. Yeah, it was 80, but for me. Anyways, look at this. Look, I kept it obviously, and I've been watering it and fertilizing it, and these are new focus, new stinking growth points. Are you kidding me? They're everywhere. One, two, there was at least three. Three. Yeah, okay. Oh wait, there's another one. There's a fourth one. Look at you, grow girl. That makes me very happy and very hopeful. She is definitely not going anywhere. Let's see what we got going on. Okay, this shelf looks good. This Syngonium is a pink variegated. I just need to remove the dead leaves and treat it for spider mites, and it'll be fine. This I can't throw away yet, the Syntherium. I'm hoping it comes back. It's probably not gonna. This I'm hoping comes back. It's probably not gonna, but it does have that green growth point, so I can't give up on it yet. That, I just can't. That, yeah. Over the last year, I've lost several of my Anthuriums and a couple of philodendrons, so that's why you see this going on. And I just can't bring myself to get rid of those yet. This is part of my problem. It really is. That has a growth point. It's not going anywhere. Okay, let's work our way around. But this... Look over that. It's time for you to go, buddy. I'm sorry. I want this pot, okay? I want it. What is that? Who are you? Oh no. Yeah, that's not good. It's happening! It's happening! Oh my gosh. My Psychoxis Mendenhall Hildos orchid is flowering. If you've never seen a dancing lady bloom on an orchid, look it up. I'm getting one and I am so excited. I've honestly waited so long for this flower, honestly. And my little variegated Phalaenopsis is also blooming. Oh wait, we have two. Oh my gosh. We have two bloom spikes. Okay, get it, girl. I can't bring myself to get rid of those. I just can't. Maybe I can you? Oh, you're killing me, Smalls. I can't do it. Is that all of you that are kicking the bucket right now? And we're back. I had to put on a hat because my hair was killing me. I just couldn't do it. Now let me introduce you to these poor unfortunate souls. I really love this one, and I have had this since the very beginning of my Hoya journey. Like, this was one of my first ever Hoyas in my collection, and I'm just not ready to accept it, but we're gonna go ahead and do it first before I talk myself out of it. This is Hoya surgoensis. Believe it or not, she was once very lush and full and beautiful, large plant. Maybe a year and a half ago or so, I decided, if you don't know, if you're new here, I sell plants sometimes. I used to sell a lot more frequently from my own personal collection, ship them. I sold the plant, I took a cutting and I kept the cutting, and then I sold the rest of the plant and the roots, right? Shipped it away, regretted it ever since. Well, the cutting was doing good and it had rooted. I moved it in soil and now it's just underwatering, and pretty positive after hearing from some other plant people in the community that I have flat mites, which don't ask because I'm not familiar with them at all, but I'm pretty sure I have flat mites on a lot of my Hoyas. So they're invisible, by the way. Anyways, yeah, so now I've lost the entire plant that was thriving, and then I sold it. So it's time to say goodbye, and I really love this planter. So, I mean, I guess that's one good thing coming out of it, spraying out this pretty mermaid, purple mermaid planter. Bye. I'm so sorry. Oh, it sucks. Should I just get down here, maybe? This is a little baby aloe vera. This is off of my very first houseplant. I still have the mother plant. His name is Big Al. He is, he's in there. Okay. Anyways, I've had these little babies in this pot for I think a couple of years. I mean, I'm not good with time, so forgive me, but a year or two, somewhere in that range, okay? And it just gets neglected. I'm honestly surprised it has any green left to it at all. But aloes are very tough, so that's why I've held on to it for so long, but I just don't need it. An aloe vera should have like quadrupled in size by this point, and I just keep screwing it up and have to remove more and more of the plant. So I'm going to say goodbye to him. Sorry for any of you aloe lovers out there, baby plant lovers. Okay. It's so sad. All right, this one breaks my heart because it was given to me from a friend about 3 years ago now in our first ever plant swap. It was off of her plant. And it's like no matter what I've done, it's grown a little bit and it even shot off this other vine over here. But it's taken years for it to grow, and it kills off like 90% of the new leaves it puts out. You can see right here, there's a good example of that little baby. I didn't think it was going to come to this though, but over this last month, I would say, it took a turn for the worse, and it just, so yeah, I do think it has flat mites. That's what I'm saying anyways, okay? It's always disappointing whenever a plant that someone that you care about, a friend, anyone, gives you off of their plant especially. It's just really a bummer. This poor guy, I'm pretty sure is a syngonium. I think this is my mottled syngonium. It was absolutely beautiful. I guess it just had enough of my neglect. I've grown it back so many times after losing the leaves. This has probably looked like this out of all of them the longest, I would say, and I just haven't been able to throw it away. But the stem is completely like hollow. There's nothing going on there. It's done. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate because I love that plant. All right. Go ahead and do this one because this, I'm actually not 100% sure which peperomia this is, but I do know it is a peperomia. This is how your peperomia will look if you underwater her every single time. Goodbye, little one. Sorry about that. Now, this one, I'm kind of like, what do I do here? This is Monstera stiltspicana, and if you watched my propagation video, it's like a couple videos back, I showed you a healthy Monstera stiltspicana in a little jar, a little enclosure. That's a cutting or cuttings from this plant because the mother plant I seen going downhill a long time ago. It's been a good while. And so I took cuttings. But I've kept this pot, and you can even see there's like so many new little leaves rolled up that are so green. But I'm just over it. Like I'll water it and chop it and it'll start doing well, and then this just kind of happens again. So I'm like, do I take a cutting? I think I will take a cutting or two, even though I already have a baby from this, and throw the rest away, perhaps. So I think I'm going to take one right here. Oh, it looks rough. We'll throw it in some water probably for now, and then I'm going to take one right here. And I think that's all I'm going to take. I can just hear some of you guys cussing me out right now. Like, I know people are mad at me for throwing away plants. Trust me, I'm not happy about it either, which is why I've held on to them for so long and they look so bad. Guys, I took a little break, got a little chilly, threw on a jacket. We're back. So I am going to take a cutting of this macrophylla because I can't bear to throw away any hardy green leaves. Like, are you kidding me? They feel so good. There's no leaves on the rest of the plant. Let me show you really quick. And the stems are all dried out again. I just think a lot of the issues I've had with so many of my Hoyas that once thrived, though this one maybe didn't thrive for me at all. I'm not sure. I can't remember back that far. We lived in an entirely different place at the time whenever I got this. So, in like the first year or so that I grew it. But I'm almost certain I have flat mites. Look into it. Just type in Google flat mites and plants. It should bring up a couple different YouTubers' videos, and they'll tell you all about it. So I'm working on finding some sulfur. I think I'm gonna have to order it. Apparently, that's the only way to get rid of these little suckers, and they're microscopic. So you need a microscope to see them. All right, let's just take this cutting. So where should I cut it at? We'll see what we can do with this. There's our cutting. It might just end up dying too. And there's like all kind of peduncle action on this plant. There always has been, and it has bloomed a couple times, but it wasn't happy. So I'm convinced it was just stress blooms. But I'm just gonna throw this guy away, and we'll try again with this cutting. And I'll let you guys know after I do get sulfur and treat my Hoyas with it, what my thoughts are, what the results are, and see if I can get my Hoyas to do any better for me. This, I'm just like so confused. So this is Syngonium, it's Syngonium angustatum. Yeah, like I said, I'm really confused about this because it was doing okay, but it was seriously underpotted and drying out. But all the leaves were fine. I decided to repot it the other day, uppot it, and it immediately took a turn and wilted, and the leaves all just like turned really crispy. So I'm not going to throw the whole plant away. I'm going to take a cutting because I'm noticing since I repotted it, like it's dying, but it has a new leaf coming in right there. And we do have a healthy node right here, maybe right here. So I am taking a cutting yet again. Such a pretty Syngonium too, and an easy one at that. It's even more like, serious? All right, and we have a nice aerial root right here. See that? I don't know. Hopefully you could see that. I hate filming when it's dark outside. I swear it knocks the quality of my videos down. But okay, I'm not going to remove this leaf yet because we have a new one coming in off of the petiole. I'm not going to remove this leaf, and we're going to put this guy in water. Take one more just in case. I have to. There's another healthy node. I just gotta. Bye-bye, buddy. Don't know what happened. Sorry about it. Last but not least is my Calathea orbifolia. Damn it. Now, I wouldn't be so quick to throw this away because, I mean, we have a little bit of green left here, right? It's making its way out. Don't see any growth points. Haven't seen any growth points in a very long time on this guy. But I do have another Calathea orbifolia that's doing well. You still got crispy bits because these are just completely dramatic plants, but she's alive and growing. So I have honestly been looking at this one every single day, debating on whether or not to throw it away, looking for a new growth point popping up, emerging from the soil, and it just has not happened. And it's been a minute now, guys. It's been a minute. So I think it's time to part ways. I think I've accepted it. If I didn't have a healthier Calathea orbifolia, I probably would consider keeping it and trying something else, exhausting all my options, if you will. I'm pretty comfortable with this one. I mean, not comfortable, but I'm confident in this decision. Gosh, look. All the roots on the bottom. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And it was definitely stressing me out because I'm in a place now where I'm recovering from experiencing burnout with my plants for the first time. I didn't even think it could be a thing for me until it happened. And I'm not going to lie, I have lost a lot of plants over this last year, which has been really hard for me, like really hard for me and really eye-opening for me. I mean, there's been lessons within it, but because I wasn't used to that, I have always taken a lot of pride in my plant collection and put a lot of care and effort into my collection. I mean, a lot, and very much enjoyed every moment of it. I have always loved like taking a plant that wasn't doing well or wasn't thriving and caring for it, just being able to bring it back to life and then it thrives in my care after almost dying. It's something I've always took pride in. It's been a really hard year. I've learned some really hard lessons and I've lost a lot of my plants, which has also been really hard. Anyways, that's probably contributes, I'm sure, as to why I have such a hard time throwing plants away once they are gone or just parting ways with them. With that being said, it does feel like a weight has been lifted. I have to just say it, just getting rid of those, clearing up those pots, making space, out with the old and with the new. And another plant can fill that space, fill that pot, fill that void. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know if you relate to this video. You can also let me know if you don't. I'm gonna get the cuttings that I took into some water. I'll let you know something about them in the future and get these pots washed, mess cleaned up, dinner started. Don't feel bad or beat yourself up if and when the time comes that you have to throw a plant away, or a couple in my case. All right, I'll see you guys soon. Thanks again. Bye.